So, who is ready today for our quiz? It is actually a little bit less codey, I think, although we do have a coding one coming up next week, including Kotlin from a guest round. But this week, what do we have, Andrew? I did a camera round.
We're slowly drifting away from tech stuff, I guess. But yes, it'd be good to bring you back in next week. Yes, so you've done. Go on. You've done
Audio and visual, like kind of camera. So video and audio, but more video, I think, and cameras and stuff. And then I did something else. Oh, Tesla. I did a Tesla round for Andrew. So Andrew's buying a Tesla, so I thought it'd be great to test him on his Tesla research and test all of you as well.
I don't know where I'm buying this Tesla from. I assume you're paying the money for it, right?
And then your round was on.
I did a picture round on. I guess it's kind of what happens next. I've tried to keep probably 76. There's probably 6 out of 10, let's say, that have got some kind of geeky link to them, and a few of them are just completely random ones. So yeah, hopefully they're a bit of fun. I mean, what we're really keen for is for people to tell us in the chat, what do you think happens next that might not even be one of the options that we've put down? Because I think there can be some much more interesting ones to some of the made up ones that I have against there. So yeah, I'm hoping that'll be a bit of fun when we get to that round.
Yes.
Yeah, the tech link sort of disappears a bit for the picture round.
Yes, we'll get back into more coding ones from next week. And remember, don't write the correct answers in the chat. Just write really wrong, obscure, weird answers. They are usually really funny. I love cutting those out for social as well. Little clips out for social. So if anyone wants to take part and not just watch, the link is in the chat. A few messages up. And I will have the questions on the screen. So this is the tech quiz. So we've got 6 people in. Awesome, the usual suspects. Anyone else wants to join, don't forget to sign in. And then we will start the quiz in a few minutes. Andrew, what are the new features on the quiz platform this week?
I think the only thing that got deployed is a very boring set of legal documents. So you'll see at the very bottom of the page, it's got a terms and conditions and a privacy policy. That's mostly because I had an email from one of the providers that said they couldn't find them. So
that's fair enough. Don't worry. You don't want to burn out.
So, I can't remember where I went. I think it was quite an interesting little site. I think it's called Rocket Lawyer or something. And they basically give you lots of template terms and conditions that you kind of say, does your site do this? Yes. Does your site do this? Yes. And you kind of tick the boxes and it kind of says, here's a generated set of policies for you. So I thought it was quite neat. God knows how accurate it is and all the rest of it, but it's a starter for 10, right? Feel free to have a look if you disagree with stuff or want something else written in there, like Eddie doesn't get any money, then that's fine.
Taking this back to tech for a second, I just want to point out Leal, I hope I pronounced your name right. I need to practice it more. Who's in the chat, who's joining the quiz. She will be doing a Kotlin round as a guest round in the future. And so that will be keeping it back to coding in the Java kind of JVM world. I know all you .NET people watching will be very excited and will love that. So that will be, we have had C# round right before.
I look really red on the video this evening. I'm not sure what's going on there. I think I've been in the sun too much this week.
You've been playing golf too much, right?
Yeah, I look sunburnt like anything. So I'm not sure what's happened to the cameras there, but never mind. I promise I'm not sunburnt. I've not spent the whole week in the sun. Okay, maybe I spent a little bit of time in the sun.
Okay, well, I was waiting for a few more people to join the quiz that's above us, over that way. The names on the list that side. It's weird that it's backwards. And then we will get started. First of all, I named it General Knowledge round, but it's really not General Knowledge. It's like audio and visual. I should have renamed it. So my bad. We are using Firebase to build this platform, so I could actually change it, and then in real time it will update. But it's fine. Mistakes are all part of the fun. So I hope everyone's had a good week. It is Friday, so it is coming up to the weekend. What are your plans for the weekend, Andrew? Are you going to be doing any coding this weekend or more golf?
No golf this weekend. I promised a weekend of no golf for the first time in a couple of months, or probably since the whole lockdown stuff. So I think I've played golf almost every week. No, not every weekend. But I think my wife is looking into the possibility of going and seeing her parents for the first time since March. So whether that happens or not, we'll see. But that's a possibility. Otherwise, I guess it will be down to, whatever else they want to do. Maybe there'll be a visit to a crazy golf course.
Crazy golf would be quite funny, actually. Definitely.
What about you? What are you
getting better.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Display name. I like that.
Who wrote that? I want to know who wrote display name as their name. That's pretty good. But actually, she might have come through. No, it wouldn't have come through OAuth because that would have
No, I
taken
think to get that, you have to have done the custom sign up option.
That's true.
So that's kind of cool.
So
Obviously,
this weekend,
much fun.
I plan to do some coding. Actually, I have a little project idea I want to complete this weekend. Very, very small, very geeky. Involves the audience. I might live stream that tomorrow. Let's just say it involves real-time locations and a map potentially behind me, and so on. Let's see. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, that's stay tuned. Watch this space.
Places you wish you had managed to visit, or events that got cancelled on you over the last few months.
That's actually not a bad idea. Actually, I might actually do that as another project. No, this is more of a real time one. And apparently, we've got a bug in the website. Let us know what the bug is. A login issue. It is open source.
Depends if it's a bug or a feature. If it's things like you can still join a game having not yet verified your account, we know that because that's not been built yet. Whilst I think we put a message up saying that you won't be able to, it doesn't actually stop you. So it will do in the future. There are some things that are in the pipeline, but I'm interested to hear what the bug may be.
And we also had Severio, hi Severio from GDG Cloud London, who also raised a bug on the website. Cool. There's some overlap issues, I think. I don't know if I haven't read it yet. I just saw the notification come through. I don't know if it's in responsive mode or not when it happens, but I'll have a read. We'll have a read of the issue later on. So thank you very much.
We know from Mike there's a few issues with mobile displays on a couple of situations, aren't there? So there are a few things to do. Obviously, it's only whatever spare time we've got that we're spending on this, so it's a bit of a priority kind of thing. So obviously, thumbs up if it's a big problem. So please go onto the GitHub issues, thumbs them up if you experience them as well, and we'll increase the priority on fixing them. Otherwise, I think we are still trying to add some new stuff before we go back round to fix little things. Although Jesus, that I've just noticed is on the chat and he's in the game as well, has been doing a few of those, picking up some of those things and fixing them for us, which is great. I know we did get a lot of those things merged. Actually, probably since the last quiz, they got merged. So yeah, there are a few other things that got fixed.
I want to start. I want to see how Andrew does on the Tesla round, because I think that's the last round. But I want to see how Andrew's research on the Tesla's been going. See if he's worthy of having a Tesla.
I'm buying a Porsche. I told you I'm getting a Porsche. The electric Porsche is looking much nicer to me than a Tesla.
It's so funny. Andrew's conversation was, I really want to get a Tesla. They're quite expensive. I really want to get one. And then like a few weeks later, I really want to get a Porsche, but it's a little bit more expensive than the Tesla. Like how much more? Like 10%? And it's like, I don't know, 250% or 300% more expensive. It's like a massive jump.
The Model 3 was like 60k and the Porsche is like 80k. I mean, it's not that big a deal, right? It's only money.
It's only money. That's what someone says when they've got it. Right. I think we start 10 past. So got like 1.5 minutes. Then we're going to start, and therefore we can see how everyone's doing. I shared a GitHub link, so any issues, if people don't mind logging the issues with screenshots, would be really beneficial, and we'll make sure we get around to those.
Oh yes, I noticed that as well. That's a really weird bug that it shows the profile picture twice. I did actually spend about 2 hours going, why on earth is this happening? There's no reason for it. So I'd be very keen if anyone has got some time and might think why that might be happening. Please do have a look. It almost looks like a bug coming from Angular. I do want to upgrade Angular to version 10 because we're still on version 9 and see if that has any effect on it. Because it could just happen to be a bug with Angular and Angular Firebase that's causing that, because we're just using Angular Firebase to do it. And there's no rhyme or reason why it would show a second time, and that's the only time it does it is when you hit the verification. So you're right, that is something I have seen, and I have no clue why. So please do have a look.
Did you log it yet, Andrew, or should we let's ask someone else to log it for us?
I don't think it actually logged in there because it was one of those, I'm not really fussed about it, so I didn't log it. But please do.
If it's not logged, it doesn't exist, right?
There's no functional problem with it. It's a cosmetic issue, as we call it. So yeah, bit of a nuisance, but it's only one place, and it's something that you don't do very often either. So it's right at the bottom of the pile for me to be bothered about. But yeah, by all means, if someone fancies having a look and fixing it, that would be fantastic. It saves something for me to do.
Okay, awesome. I think first step is to log it, and then
find that one to Eddie. Let's get Eddie fixing that one.
No, Eddie's busy doing not very much. First step is logging it, then we'll look at fixing it. Right, okay, it's 10 past. Let's get started. If everyone's ready, let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So many players. Lee, yeah, you got some competition tonight. Although I know we're missing Stephen and a few of the other usual suspects. So
That's true. Okay, so yeah, general knowledge stuff is wrong. That's camera stuff. Picture round is Andrew's what happens next. And then there is Tesla round. How much you know about Tesla? And we're not talking about... Is that you, Andrew, who put that in?
I might have put that line in. When Eddie says going to do a round of Tesla, I thought, Nikolai Tesla, fantastic. Someone that everyone really doesn't admire and talk about enough. Let's have a round on him. I noticed you've also put 11 questions there according to this.
A bonus question, and I can't count. I know Jesus put in the numbers down the side, and I didn't pay attention, and I added an 11th one. So I did deleting it. I thought I'd leave it in.
Yeah, please, Leal, I'm going to get the pronunciation wrong. Please do add the issue.
Yeah, I'm so bad at pronouncing people's names. I feel so bad. I still get Sarah's name wrong after 20 years.
Is it Sarah or Sarah?
It's Sarah. That's why when we go to Portugal and her parents, I say, "Oh, where's Sarah?" They're like, "Who?" I'm like, "Your daughter." They're like, "Oh, Sarah." I'm like, "Same thing," but no, it's not. So, yeah, that's
I got told the
excuse.
opposite. I know it's like 10 years ago when I first met Sarah. I called her Sarah because that's how it was written down. I called her Sarah, and both you and her corrected me and said, "No, it's Sarah." So
Well, I corrected her because I didn't know any better, but now I do. And I think she was just being super polite. Right, let's get started. Okay, let's begin. We're not going to spend too long on each question like we usually do. We're going to go through a bit quicker. Right. We're going to start off easy and then it gets a bit harder as we go through. So what resolution is 4K?
Okay.
This is an easy one. Everyone knows to set their monitor to 4K, so they should know what it is.
We're streaming in 4K, aren't we?
Not today.
So you can't hit the little button and it'll tell you.
No, you can't. Yeah, we're not streaming in 4K HD.
You can put like stats or something. Stats for nerds, that's the one. It tells you, you're streaming in whatever it is you're streaming in.
640 by 480.
I know. I was just going to say it's pretty low.
And apparently you pronounced it quite well, which is embarrassing because I'm like half Lebanese. Right, this is too easy. I want to move on to the next question. Everyone place your bets and let's move on to the next question.
Well, it's not a popular screen resolution. I mean, come on, I do everything in 1536 by 864. Is that popular? I don't know.
Well, I say popular, more like not a standard resolution.
So I've got to start doing ratios and all of these and figure out what's not popular ratios.
Yeah. But you should know this off the top of your head, right? Every techie knows this, right?
Well, there's two that I can discount that I know I do use. And there's two that I don't know if I use or not because I don't pay enough attention.
Well, we're not staying too long on this question. I don't want people to Google it.
I'll make it a 50-50.
50-50. Choose option E.
Okay. Perfect.
Right. Okay. We're going to move on very soon.
I'm mixed up with the New Year resolution.
I didn't get that. What does Tom mean?
Tom's New Year resolution. Well, obviously, every year he changes the resolution on his monitor.
Oh,
so this year,
what you mean.
No.
Yeah, sorry. It's been a long week. Okay, moving on. What is not a popular audio bitrate? Like a standard bitrate.
It's got to be something pretty low, right? People don't. Certainly, if it's Eddie, it's got to be the lowest one. Would not be very popular with him.
I do go for the highest of everything. Like when I was reading an article today, actually about videography and photography and streaming and stuff, and recording videos for YouTube, and someone wrote why it's better to record in HD rather than 4K, and one of the options was one of the reasons was it's more beneficial to record in HD rather than 4K. It's because it takes up less space on your hard disk and it's easier to edit those videos. I don't see them as benefits. Like, that's a given, right? It's like if I bought a broken car, one of the benefits is the petrol is going to be a lot less because it doesn't go anywhere. That's kind of a given. So I didn't think those arguments are very good. Right, moving on.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, space is cheap, right?
Exactly, space is so cheap. I have 14 terabytes of storage being used out of 16 at the moment, and it's all backed up in the cloud. No excuses. And raided locally as well. Which ones are not popular codecs?
Sounds like you've got a multi-choice one here. Is this modern or because some of those were popular in the past, but less so now?
True. I guess which ones might be made up?
Oh, right. Okay.
I suppose. I don't know if I might have made up some numbers and they might actually exist.
I was about to say, is this supposed to be video or audio as well? Because I noticed you've got a few audio things in there.
These are video, right? I'm pretty sure they're video. Which one's audio?
I thought MPEG-3 was video. It was audio, not video. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't spend enough time with codecs at all.
I do whatever Apple gives me as the codecs, like .mov. All my videos are .mov, and YouTube hates it. It takes so long to process.
I thought MPEG-3 was MP3 as well, which is audio, not video. I thought.
I might have bodged up this question. I can't remember what I put.
Are you looking for audio or video or either? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what I put as the answers. I can't remember. This was done like so long ago. I did it like 2 hours ago. No, maybe an hour ago. 2 hours ago. Yeah, something like that. Oh, I can't remember. I think audio is allowed. If I remember correctly, I think audio is allowed. It's kind of which ones are kind of not really used or might not exist.
Okay. Well, let's just see what happens.
Sorry. If I only budge up one question out of 10 or 20, I did 2 rounds. That's not too bad. I think last week I budged up like 3 questions. Which one is not a standard sensor size?
This is camera sensors, right?
Yes.
So you get full frame and some other frame, as far as I'm aware.
Full frame and less of a full frame and more of a full frame, maybe.
But you're talking sensor size is not zoom.
Yeah,
level.
sensor size is not zoom. Oh, I don't think I have a zoom question. Oh, I should have put a zoom question in.
Not that it helps me at all, because I know very little about this particular subject. This is very much your subject. So if I score more than 2 here, I'll be impressed.
Andy, if you bought a camera...
If I can get Jasmine downstairs, who's up on this,
she's
should
playing.
Score well. She's a photography course, or it's GCSE, but still, I expect her to score well on these.
I'm sure Jasmine will get 10 out of 10.
I hope so. Not a standard sensor size, medium. That sounds good to me. Don't know what I'm picking. It's just one of them, is it?
I can't remember.
Good.
I think just one.
A random choice and pick one. Perfect.
I think it's just one. Yeah. My memory is so bad. Okay, I'm going to move on in a second. Give people a couple more seconds, and then we will move on.
So I've got a 1 in 8 chance on that one. So,
what does the F number do when increased on a camera? Is it less light? I have told you this one, so I hope, and your memory is amazing, so you should know this. Does it let in less light and more will be in focus, more light and more will be in focus, less light and less will be in focus, more light and less will be in focus? I think I got it the right way around. Or does it zoom in or zoom out?
Can I phone a friend? Or in this case, my brother.
Can you confirm? David will know the answer for sure. This is such an easy question for David. Like, it's one of those things when you know this is really easy. But if you don't know, this is really hard.
I know it does definitely do with light and focus, but I don't know which way.
That's good. So you've ruled out 2. You kind of got like, you didn't quite get 50-50, but you've got 60-40 or whatever it is.
Which way round? I know you like to not have much light, so it's got to be something to do with low light, right? Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's the other way around. You have loads of lights, so it's got to obviously require lots of light. I don't know. It's one way or the other.
Oh, I've suddenly lost the stream chat. That's not good. Oh,
stream chat?
No, it's switched to my account. I'm playing on YouTube now.
Okay.
Everyone ready?
I was going to say I can click next while you're playing if you want.
Yeah, please.
Okay, next question. Let's go. Increasing ISO does something. What does ISO stand for, Eddie? This isn't like an ISO 27001 certification, is it?
Well, you can have your ISO set that high if you want.
ISO 9000 or something. No. So increasing it.
My ISO can go to like, I don't know, 128,000, but I don't go over really 32,000.
Yeah. Notice it's increasing is the important word here. So as you increase it, shutter speed gets faster, right?
Oh, I didn't mention shutter speed. That would have been quite good actually as an option.
So it's Lee's judging answers. Should we make sure we go through all of Tom's answers then, so Lee can be sure what happens?
Okay, I think I might have solved this YouTube issue. I logged me out. I don't know why. I need to log back in.
Okay, I've picked a choice. So hopefully everyone else is, and I'll have to go to the next question whilst Eddie is still fixing YouTube.
Okay, no, I'm good. Okay, so yeah, when you're ready to move on. YouTube's back.
Well, I've managed to make my 1 in 4 guess again. So
okay, everyone watching, by the way, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, next question. Let's do it. You did speak about shutter speed, Andrew. So increasing the shutter speed reduces blur and makes it lighter, reduces blur and makes it darker, increases blur and makes it lighter, increases blur and makes it darker. Who else is into photography or videography? Say hey in the chat. Let us know, because then these will be pretty straightforward for you.
How many of these did you know the answer for before you put the questions in?
All of them. Well, all of them so far. I can't remember what other questions are coming up. But all the ones so far.
Come up that you don't seem to have been sure what the answer is, so we'll find out later.
That's true, actually. We will find out. I think just a couple of a codec ones. Like, I don't really play with codecs. I just use the default on Mac. So stuff like that. But in terms of the camera, general stuff.
I've made my choice. I'm reasonably confident with the choice on this one. We'll see.
Okay, let's move on. I think we're doing pretty good in time for once. I'm not dragging it out too much. This is a funny one. I look forward to seeing people's answers on the next couple. What makes the camera click in a DSLR? Is it the button, the sensor, the mirror, or the lens? I can't wait to see people's answers.
There's a little speaker inside them, and you can turn the speaker off and on to make it click.
No, but this is on a DSLR. So not on a mirrorless one, on a DSLR.
Right. Okay. I'm not sure what the difference is.
On what David had before, I think his current one's mirrorless, but the one he had before was a full proper DSLR. I almost gave away the answer by mistake.
Okay. I think I know what it would be, because yeah.
Okay.
I'm making this.
Everyone have a guess.
Oh, now I'm wondering if it's something to do with what you were talking about.
I should have put a speaker as an option here. Damn it, I didn't think about that. That would have been quite funny. The battery, the memory card, they all click in. That's really good. I suppose when you take a picture, I should have added to the question. Okay, I want to move on. Place your bets. Right, the last question's coming up. In a mirrorless DSLR camera, I guess, what makes the click? The mirror, the lens, the sensor, or the speaker? Andrew might have said too much previously. Damn it, Andrew! This was my really hard trick question.
Okay,
we'll be quite quick on this. I'm going to end the round. Everyone place your bets. I'm going to end it. Let's see how the scores did.
No one listens to me anyway. Just don't worry.
That's
no one
true.
ever listens to me.
Right, the Firebase function is number crunching. Sorry, what was that?
See, if they did, I wouldn't have to always be reviewing PRs. Oh, I did all right. I'm quite impressed.
Where's Andrew?
Jasmine, where did you go? Jasmine disappeared. She must
Jasmine
have gone
didn't play. Damn it, this was her round. Tom always does so well. I swear he cheats. He's just really good at Googling, right?
He must be very quick on Google.
Yeah. A question 4 everyone got wrong. Interesting. I can't remember what question 4 was. And not many people did very well on 5 and 7. So 4, 5, and 7. I'm interested to know which ones they are.
Was that was for the Codex one?
Yeah, that might be me. I might have bodged that up. So 4, we might let everyone off. 5, I can't remember. Have to see. Right, we'll do. Should we do one more round and then we'll come back around and do answers and have a look at the answers?
Or we can do all 3 rounds and come around for the answers. It's a bit easier to reset the database.
That's true. We'll do that. What makes me nervous is that Tom got 9 out of 10, but the 4th one we might have to, exclude it because I might have botched that up. That means Tom would have got 9 out of 9, 100%.
Everyone got it wrong anyway, so it doesn't really matter in that sense for totaling up the scores and such. We don't get a percentage.
Okay, let's move on to the next round. It says Andrew's round. Andrew, I'll let you drive.
Okay, so this is what happens next. Now, it's more of probably a make a guess as to what you think is going to happen next, unless you've actually seen the video clip or something on YouTube, or maybe you've watched the movie, because I think a couple have come out of movies. So obviously have a bit of fun with it. Shout out if there's something that's not listed there that you think would have been much better for me to write as an option. Yeah, have a little bit of fun with this. And let's see what the pictures are as well. Have a little, well, some of them you can have a little chuckle, I guess. A few of them are perhaps a bit too serious. But anyway, let's have a look. Let's see what we've got. First question is, what happens next in this? Now, I have no idea how many people have ever watched Only Fools and Horses. It's probably a bit of a UK sitcom, but it was quite an amusing one. It made Eddie chuckle when I said, what about something like this? So yeah, Tom, yeah, classic, isn't it? Absolute classic. If you live in the UK. I think
it's a bit biased to the people who live in the UK, though.
A little bit, and probably people growing up in the 80s, 90s.
Yeah, 80s, I think. No, not 90s. I think definitely 80s.
Yeah, late 80s, early 90s, perhaps. I think it was still a lot of people were watching it, and maybe people have moved to French.
The strange thing is, I can't watch this now. This infuriates me now. I don't know why. At the time, I loved it as a kid. I found it really funny, but now I think maybe my humor has changed. It just, I don't find it so funny anymore.
Well, it's probably a bit. Well, it's probably got all the isms in there. Probably a bit racist here, a bit sexist here, and all the rest of it, I'm sure.
True.
That's just the way things were back in those days, I guess. You can't change that now. But,
okay, so anyhow, I know this answer to this one, so I'll play just before I hit next on this one.
Well, I hope I don't need to read through all the answers. I'm not planning to read the answer options unless anyone wants me to.
But you have put some funny options there, though. I did wonder at the time when you showed it to me, what happens.
Yeah, and for anyone that doesn't know, Trigger is the guy in the blue top. Del Boy's the shorter chap on the side.
Yeah.
And if anyone ever says to you, you're a bit of a Del Boy, it's because of this show.
Okay, I want to place my bet and I'm going to hit next. Oh, this one. Okay. Star Wars, right? Everyone's a Star Wars fan.
It's quite tricky here. I had to open up Disney Plus and move backwards and forwards to try and find a little screenshot that I could grab. I sort of knew what I wanted to do, but I thought, this is one of those scenes that people will probably make an instant, I know what happens, but it goes through a few different steps. This is at the very beginning of the two of them meeting.
I need to watch this tonight.
What do you think?
I need to watch all of them tonight. Sarah's back tomorrow, so I need to watch all of them before she gets back.
I think this was
episode 8, right?
This was episode 2, I think.
Okay, so I'll start off on 1, and then 8 to watch only. Got to include Rogue One, right? Because that's awesome.
Yeah, you got to watch all of them, and don't forget to watch the stuff on Disney Plus, The Mandalorian.
Yeah, I haven't got time for that as well.
With 10 episodes or something, each one's about an hour long, so that'll keep you going.
Wow. Okay, that'll keep me going for a long time. Right, I'm going to place my bet and then I'm going to hit next. So no one can copy my incorrect answer. I think it's this. I hope I'm right.
What happens here? This is something that Eddie does at the weekend.
What is this?
Little firing watermelons at each other. I have no idea why.
That sounds so cool.
Launching a watermelon. There's quite a lot of catapults out there, I have to say. A lot of watermelons and catapults got there. Must have been quite a serious little fight they were having. But yeah.
I need to see the video for this. This is going to be funny.
Video clip.
I
should have kept all the links for these, shouldn't I?
Yes, I could have brought them up. We could have all watched them together because this looks quite funny. Right. Okay. I want to have a guess.
I think it went semi-viral quite a while ago now. Don't know
Okay.
how easy you could find it. Mm. I was just scouring the internet for random bits of amusement.
If it went viral, it's gonna be quite funny. So what's the funniest thing that could happen?
Predictable, yeah, perhaps.
I don't know. I want to go for this one. I'm hitting next, Andrew. Transformers, right?
Transformers, yeah. Hence Bumblebee being mentioned there, so that's a bit of a giveaway for what the film is.
I need to watch this again.
What happens
Which
in this?
Transformers is it? It's two,
I
right?
think it was the first Transformers film, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was the first one. Yeah, what do you reckon? What could have happened? I mean, maybe he just karate chopped his dad, and I've got completely missed.
This is
I've
not
missed one
Karate
completely.
Kid.
Right, there's a bit of kind of Karate Kid going on there. The hands are moving and everything. Very animated. Maybe he's about to sort of slap his hand into his nose or something by mistake.
Okay, I wanna have a guess.
Quite admiring as well. I mean, they're looking quite intently, smiling at something. I don't know what they were looking at in the film at the time.
So they're not
They were
looking at
dead.
Bumblebee.
I don't know.
I think they're looking. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. I have to watch this movie again. It's a very good movie. Okay, I want to place my bet and hit click next. Big Bang Theory. I want to be Sheldon. Like he's so funny. Apparently,
You
I am
certainly
here
have.
already. Apparently, I'm difficult and weird already as it is.
Yeah, I think we probably would make quite a good Sheldon and Leonard if we were if it was in real life.
So which one am I?
I don't know which one's who, but
I think you're implying something there. What does everyone else think is watching?
you know,
I
you
think.
certainly interrupt.
Sorry, go on.
Go on.
I was going to say you're more like what's his name, Wolowitz.
Well, yeah, maybe. Send me off to space. Why not?
Exactly.
Oh, can you remember what happens though?
I haven't watched this in ages. I need to watch. I've stopped. I think like season
What do
4.
you think might have happened? I mean, you can sort of see the expressions on faces. Does that help? I don't know. I'm not
Okay.
seeing too many random guesses that haven't been written down on here. Have we lost everybody? Are they all having a long think and trying to find clips?
Yeah, write down like option E and F. What you'd put down as extra options. Okay, I'm gonna place that one. Oh, why is this triple X?
Oh, Eddie, you're good at these movies. You recognise them. I was thinking it was like Micro Machines or something I could pass it off as, but
No, it's
you
just
like,
triple X. It's right at the beginning where he's on the bridge. He steals a Corvette and he's quick
don't say too
cameras all
much.
around it.
Careful what you say.
Oh yeah, that's true. I haven't read the answers. Let me see. Oh my word, you're right. I'm ruining the answers. My bad. Everyone, ignore what I say, but you do anyway, so it's fine.
It's a driverless car. That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's one of the first driverless cars that Elon Musk was building.
that's true. This will help you on your Tesla round that's next.
Yeah, they strapped all the cameras around it. And you can't see a driver in the picture. So
Is there more than one answer? Because I actually see 2 that are correct.
one of them's is a very loose. If you wanted to say it's correct, isn't it?
Okay.
There's only one because it's definitely not. I know which one you're thinking.
Option
That's
E,
not what it
right?
Yeah.
Okay, I will place and move on. So no one can steal my awesome answers. Oh no, football, sport. I don't know. Someone help me.
Yeah, this was just a very random. Throw a few random ones in there that aren't all completely geeky, but think of something completely stupid that could happen.
There quite a few of them are. I know what I want to happen.
Oh, Stephen Mouse joined us as well. He was missing for the AV round.
Yeah, Stephen would have aced the AV round and probably would have corrected some of my answers. Well, he'll see them after the next Tesla round when we go back round the first and give the answers. I'm sure he'll correct me in a few things.
Yeah.
Sarah says we have matching hairdos. Yeah, mine needs a bit of a cut. It's getting a bit long. Thank you, Sarah.
Mine's just because I'm going bald. It's not a haircut.
Okay, these viral clips are quite hard from Andrew's round. I want to have a guess and then I'll hit next. This is what I want to happen. I want it to hit the referee and go in. This is The Hangover, right, Andrew? If I guessed right?
Yes, it is. The first one, I believe.
Oh, I'm not a huge fan, so I don't know these that well.
I'll try to just put up things that will make Eddie sit and watch movies all night.
Yeah. Okay. I think this one's you either know it or you don't, right? You've either seen the movie or not, and I've kind of seen bits of it. I know Sarah's a big fan. Sarah, don't write the answer in the chat, but let me know some other way. And Lee hasn't seen any of these either. Okay, good. Guess with me, Lee. Exactly.
Absolutely. It's all about taking part. Just have a guess. What do you think could have possibly happened? Hopefully they're all random enough that it's not too obvious. I was trying to make it so you can kind of remove a couple and go, yeah, well, I'll take that one, I'll take that one out.
Yeah, process of elimination, you're right. Okay, I'm going to play and I'll hit next.
You can definitely see there's been some kind of party got one, right?
Terminator 2. I used to watch that. I used to watch all the Terminators again tonight as well. Watching a lot of movies tonight.
By highlighting the name of the film, you might give too much away. But...
Oh, really? I was trying to be clever, get half a point for giving the name of the movie. No?
Yeah, if we'd done What's This Movie, you'd be doing well.
Some of your answers are quite funny. I think we should always have a movie round. What happens next? I quite enjoy these. Okay, let me see. I'll give everyone a few more seconds before I play my round.
Sorry, I was late home today, so my wife just brought me dinner and wine, so I might be very drunk at the moment.
Can I have some, please? Yeah, I'm a bit hungry. I haven't had dinner yet. Sarah's all the way in Portugal, so she's eating without me.
I'll try to hold it here for now, and I'll eat it in a minute.
No worries. Hey, we have Oscar here. Oscar, how you doing?
From my son behind me. The way you said that, I was thinking, what? Where is he?
Another Oscar.
Hello, Oscar. It's a good name, Oscar, isn't it? not that I'm Oscar, but my son.
I think, put option E and F in the chat. Everyone's keeping a 2-meter distance because of COVID, right?
That's true. They are keeping a bit of distance. I should have put that. Maybe this is the future of COVID. Parents aren't allowed near the kids at all yet behind fences.
Right, I'm going to play and move on. I'm conscious of time. We've got one more round of 11 questions on Tesla, and we have to go through and give all the answers. Okay. Oh, last question.
Do you know what the film is for this one?
It's kind of
your
like
favorite. It's on Netflix, so
it kind of looks like Superman, but not Superman.
Yeah, it's definitely not Superman. I thought it was a completely stupid film. I did watch a little bit of it.
What's it called?
But I just thought it was. I happened to be trying to find clips, and I opened up Netflix, and this one happened to pop up for some reason. I thought, oh, go on, that's a bit random. Anything could happen if you haven't watched it. It could certainly be any one of those things because it was a bit of a piss take on superheroes. Let's put it that way.
I don't like piss takes. So what was the movie called? I won't be watching it.
I think it's called Super Lopez.
Definitely not watching it with a name like that.
I think he's Mexican or something.
Okay. Right, okay. I'm going to have a guess, and then we'll finish the round. Let's see how everybody did. I want to see how well I did, as long as I'm not last. But I usually am.
And just whirring away, it's calculating high scores that everyone got.
I joined first! Woo!
Oscar, who came in late, managed to get 2 right.
Oh, wow.
Back to back. Good guessing. Yeah, 5. That's pretty good for guessing. I mean, 25% would be if you had guessed them all. So, not bad.
A few of them I knew. A few of them I was pretty certain, but only a few. Right. Tesla round. Let's test Andrew and see if he's worthy of owning a Tesla.
I'm not going to get a Tesla.
That's all you've talked about every day for the last 3 weeks.
I think I went for a test drive and I thought it was quite good.
And I saw the video of Oscar, your son, in the background when you were accelerating, and his face is like being pushed back as you're doing like 2.5 seconds, 0 to
Yeah,
60.
it was quick. Yeah, you put your foot down from a standstill, and yeah, it flies.
Okay, what was Tesla's first car?
Well, I don't want to say anything. I could give it away too easily.
No, don't say anything. It's obviously, I gave a clue in the answers. One.
You want to buy an i3? The i3 was all right, but isn't the I'm trying to remember now. Is the i3 or the i8? One of them isn't fully electric. The only reason I'm considering it is because there's a decent tax break at the moment on getting a fully electric car. But, yeah, I don't know.
i8 looks really awesome, but yeah, it's the hybrid. I think you're going to get twice the problems, right? You've got electrical issues, battery issues, as well as mechanical kind of combustion issues.
Yeah, anyway, the number of problems BMW seem to have and the sales teams they have, real shame.
So I'm laughing at Stephen's comment. Stephen comes up with the best comments. Model A was a diesel. That's really made me chuckle. And then the Speedy was, I think, ran on 4 AAA batteries. And if you wanted to boost it, you put in the 9-volt square one. Right, I want to move on. That was too easy. How many models are currently produced? Like, how many are actually like on the road?
Yeah, okay. You don't have the right answer in that case. Because one of them...
It's not 2.5, Andrew. You can't get half a car on the road.
One of them's pre-order only.
Yeah, so I think... trying to think of when I stole this from their
website. Want to say it too loud.
Or their kind of the fan website. Did it say you can purchase or already kind of people who are having them already?
One of them is not on the road, but you can pre-order them.
I don't think it was including pre-orders. Oh, I don't think so.
Well, let me say this. I don't know if it's going to hit one of your other questions if I say it.
Just say
Were they considering the Y to be available on the road?
Damn it, that does one of my other questions. No, it's fine. The Tesla Speedy protocol.
Right, I'll make a guess.
Make a guess.
Chances are your research is wrong, but it's not too.
Don't blame the research or the research. It's always Andrew's fault. Just putting that out there. What is the cheapest Tesla?
There's no price for one of those yet, though.
That means it is very expensive. If someone doesn't put a price, because it means it's expensive.
I know which one's going to be the cheapest.
Which is currently the cheapest.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'm making guesses based on what your research could be saying.
Okay, I'm conscious of time. We're going to move on again. What is the starting price of the Model 3? Andrew, you should know this. You've researched all of them.
You've done it in dollars.
I have no idea. It up. Like, Andrew's like, oh, the price of the car is this much. But when I spec it up, it triples in price.
In dollars, though. Eddie, why did you do it in dollars?
Because I wanted to. We have an audience from around the world, and everyone knows dollars, right?
I don't. I know what the Model 3 is in pounds.
Just times it by like 1.1. I think the pound is doing terrible at the moment. It used to be like 1.4. Now it's probably it might even be about 1.1. I'm guessing. Pound sucks.
I'm making more guesses here.
Okay. What is the price of the most expensive Tesla in 2019? This is where Andrew, all your specking up might have helped you.
Are you talking about the Roadster Founder Edition, or are we talking about one you can actually get on the road?
One that you can actually buy.
Okay, because there's the Roadster Founder Edition, which comes close to some of those.
What is the speed of the Roadster, basically? We've got some more technical ones coming up in terms of distance and speed and power, I think. As in, this one, for the price, when you're adding on like air conditioning, you're adding on seats, paint, wheels, all the add-ons. Like when you get the most expensive Tesla and spec it up,
spec up. There's not much you can spec up on a Tesla.
Is there
You
not?
get basically
You can.
you get what model do you want? Do you want it in extra distance or performance? And then what color do you want it in? And most of that is the same price, apart from perhaps one or two colors. And then what wheels do you want? And then after that, do you want the additional automatic capabilities for driving on roads? Yeah, the autopilot, which is another like 7K. I mean, the whole lot, you can only add about 10K on if you go for all the options. It's really down to which base model do you want.
Unless you go for the 6-litre V12, that costs a bit extra by Tom. I think he's absolutely right with that.
Well, yeah, I mean, but they have to swap the chassis out and everything for that one. No wonder it's expensive.
You can keep the same wheels though.
They do let you keep the wheels.
And Oscar says, one car that he'll never be able to buy. You're right, Oscar. Don't just get one. You get two. You can get one in each color.
Absolutely. You can never be satisfied with just one of them.
It's an extra 30K for manual transmission. Oh my God, these are clips for socials. That's really funny. Love that. Okay, I want to move on. What is the time for the fastest Tesla 0 to 60?
I don't know where you've got your numbers from here, really.
These are from some fanboy person that's kind of, I don't know, Google basically.
Because the Model S can do 1.8 now, I think.
Really?
Oh. No, 1.8. I might be wrong. Okay.
Steven says 1.8 as well.
Yeah, I thought it was 1.8.
Seriously, that's crazy. 1.8. The G-force on that. You probably have to get like a space G-force suit so you don't pass out. What does a Formula One car do it in? I'm going to Google that.
Probably a sort of number, yeah.
Formula. How do I spell Formula? Formula One car 0 to 60. Oh, the fastest is 1.6 seconds. So it's going to be close to a Formula One car. That is unbelievable. Those Formula One cars cost millions.
Roadster, I thought they were trying to get to 1.4, they reckoned.
That is madness. And how much does the Roadster cost? I'm guessing it's not the cheapest one.
I think, yeah, the normal edition rather than the Founders edition is going to be about 180K, I think. The Founders edition is about 240 or something.
Wow.
I think all you get is like a little plaque on it that just says Founders Edition. That's about all you get. I think but there's only 100 of them that they're making or something for the Founders Edition.
Okay, I'm going to move on. What is the longest range a Tesla can do on a single tank of gas?
Obviously, Lee, Eddie's got one on order. I've got one on order. I mean, who doesn't have one of them on order?
Andrew, Sarah is watching. I don't have one on order. I don't. Yes, what's the Tom, tank of gas.
It doesn't have.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. All right.
It's 400 miles per gallon, unleaded, and 600 diesel.
Oh, yeah, Eddie. You and your trick questions.
I thought I'd throw an Andrew-style trick question in there.
I never do them like this. I always make them much more obvious.
Okay, next one. What is the longest range a Tesla can do on a full battery?
I don't believe it can do any of those numbers because they're too rounded off. Is this to the nearest 100 then?
It's what Google said.
Okay.
Google's always right, sometimes.
Well, I know they've got a target of one of those numbers. They've stated that they reckon with the new, what is it, 200 kilowatt batteries? I think they reckon there's a 200 kilowatt battery that they're going to build. I think they're doing for the Roadster, weren't they? That is one of those numbers, but that's not, they don't reckon that's going to be sorted for a few years yet. But maybe that's the one that you've put in. Just because that is a round number, because they're making a hypothetical guess. But I thought the maximum range at the moment is about 360-ish.
It's not what my research said.
Okay.
While you're having a think,
I'll go for the one your research possibly has said then, based on
okay.
the round numbers. We'll see if I'm wrong. Probably am.
And don't forget, Tesla used Duracell batteries, so they last for much longer.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that bunny rabbit just keeps on going and going and going and going.
What's a WLTP?
Well, the WLTP is effectively a way of trying to compare it to a gas engine.
Oh,
But normally WLTP, I thought was more in like 23 miles or something.
what's
Worst
that?
lap time. Yeah, I can't
And,
remember what the exact stands for.
and Andrew, I don't know if you're looking at the YouTube chat rather than the actual game chat, but
Oh, I
Sarah's
haven't
still
yet.
watching, obviously, and she's written what? So you're going to get me in lots of trouble tonight. Bex, if you're watching, Andrew's bought 2 Teslas and a camera.
Yes, I have. I bought the Porsche. You can bring up a picture of my Porsche if you want.
That's true. No, it'll make us all jealous. Andrew's buying a Porsche
Porsche
that makes the Tesla
Taycan.
look cheap.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to the next one. Who founded Tesla?
Oh yes, good old Bill. He does everything.
Bill Gates, obviously. That's why the Teslas run Windows.
Yeah, and that's why they don't update properly.
That's why they crash all the time.
And you have to get a new update every day, right? That's how it works.
My let me just put my live streaming PC on the screen for a second while people are having a think. I have to turn this computer on now an hour before I want to go live because Windows always wants to do freaking updates. See this one right up here? It always wants to do updates. It only has Windows installed on it and vMix, nothing else. And it wants to do updates, then the graphics card drivers need updating and all sorts. And so, yes, definitely runs Windows on Tesla.
Absolutely, Tom. He has to bring that camera. Any opportunity he's got to show the screens, that's it. Boast cam, let's do it. I'm going to get one outside for when I get my Porsche. It's going to be a camera. And I'm going to bring that up on the screen every now and then. Eddie's going to have his screen, and I'm going to show you, and here's the Porsche.
It's why the Cybertruck window broke so easily. Exactly. Right. Okay. Moving on. How many parts need changing on a Tesla with regular use?
Brake fluid?
Yep. Engine oil.
No. No such thing as engine oil. There's not many things. The air filters.
For the engine, right?
Fluid, air filters. 2 things. That's it. The single-use batteries need to be changed, yes. That's where you go into the drive-through. You go through a little drive-through. It takes the batteries out of the bottom.
Single-use batteries. Oh, I love some of these comments. While you're counting the parts on your car that needs changing, Andrew, everyone, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel.
The only thing I'm wondering is, did you count one for each wheel when you have to change the
tires,
the rubber on the wheels?
The clutch always goes. The fuel cap. Oh yeah, and the dipstick thing gets broken sometimes when you put it in and out to check the engine oil.
Absolutely. Spark plugs, got to make sure you change those. Otherwise you can't light your coffee.
True.
I had to do the spark plugs on the RX-8, which is why I'm now looking at other cars because it's starting to get expensive to look after it. Can you believe it? I had to get new spark plugs for the RX-8. How much do you think it cost me to get new spark plugs on my RX-8? Not exactly. I know it's an oldish car, but they're fairly standard spark plugs, right? You would have thought.
Yeah, you have the Ford Fiesta engine in there, right?
It's got a rotary engine.
But you have 2 of them, right?
Yeah, I'll do a rotary round on my RX-8. But yeah, no, it costs 500 quid to get 4 spark plugs replaced. Can you believe that? It was ridiculous. 125 quid effectively. I know there's 2 different types of spark plugs. I think one was like 140 quid and one was like 80 quid or something. But there's 2 different types of spark plugs. But 500 quid for a set of spark plugs. I couldn't believe it. Normally I don't have to do them like that because they do them as part of the service. I'm sure they were cheaper when a service gets done, but yeah.
Okay, last question. I can't remember what it is, but I hope it's good. Oh yeah, what is the world record distance reached in a Tesla, beating the specs? This is unofficial, but
was this going just sort of down a mountain? It just kept on going down and down and down.
I don't think so. I think it's pretty flat. They did turn off the air conditioning apparently, and they turned off everything that they could.
And was someone pushing it?
And the person was pulling it along, yes, with their tricycle.
It was in a strongest man competition or something.
Okay, and then we'll end the round, and then we'll go through and give all the answers to all 3 rounds, see how well you did.
Yeah, the tow track had to refill after.
Yeah. Have a guess. I'm conscious of time. Place your bets.
Awfully on this because Eddie's research was all wrong.
Look, Google never lies most of the time.
Of course not.
Right, I want to end it. Let's have a look. Lee and Tom are always at the top. Jesus did well. Nice. Andrew, you did terrible.
Yeah, that's why I'm not buying one of those.
Right, I'm not going to end the quiz because Andrew's going to reset the database, take us back to the beginning, and we'll see. We can debate the answers. And anyone who missed out can get a couple of seconds to quickly place their answers on those rounds. But no cheating. Don't place it after I put my answer in or Andrew puts his in.
I've got to find the quiz first.
Andrew, shout at Jasmine. Get her to join in.
Yeah, I assume she got dragged away to do something around the house. So. I know she wanted to play. I think this is the right quiz. Total of 31 questions. That sounds right because Eddie put a bonus question in.
Bonus question. The game is now sponsored by AA.
Do you need to put something in that just says, take us back to the beginning?
I think we're looking good.
Okay, here we go. I should do it.
Nice. Okay. We'll go through this quite quickly. What is 4K resolution? I don't remember. Did this one 2 weeks ago? I think it's that one. Does everyone agree? I hope so.
Cool. That's the one answer I probably got right.
Okay, awesome. What is not a popular screen resolution? It is this one because I changed the 900 to 800. I kind of bodged that up. Which is not a popular audio bitrate? It's this one. It's actually 256, not 264.
I actually got one right that was a guess.
Which is not a popular codec. I do not remember that this like 2 hours ago, probably 3 hours ago now. I think it's this one. And I think I did that one.
Yeah, I thought about MPEG-2. I was trying to think, was that a video one at some point? And HFEC, I went for that.
HFEC is 265. It's just an alias for it.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I put MPEG-2 in or not. I can't remember. I'm not sure. I want to put it in. I can't remember.
It's not AND apparently. That's what Tom picked. So
I had those two and it was wrong. Oh dear. We'll see.
Find out from the database what it was. It might
go
take
on.
me a minute.
Okay, you do that, and I'll talk through this question. Which one is not a standard sensor size? If you haven't played, have a quick play, but don't change it when I put my answers in. If I remember correctly, it is large. Medium is a standard sensor size. It's actually bigger than 35. 4.3s. Yeah, they're called micro 4/3 is what it's called.
You chose
like magic.
For that question, it was H.263 and MPEG-3 were the two that you put in there.
Oh,
so
MPEG-3.
Whilst we moved over MPEG-3, going, but MPEG-3 is audio, and we thought, well, we weren't sure what you had picked in the end. So yeah,
it was MPEG-3. Okay, my bad. So it's kind of right though. I got it wrong when doing the quiz just now, but it's actually right in terms of the right answers. Whoever said MPEG-3, extra point. Micro 4/3. Stephen, what's wrong with that? That's real.
It was large. Oh, so close.
I'm pretty sure it's just that one. What does the F number do when you increase it on the camera?
I said A.
Less light and more will be in focus. That is correct. It'll be like you squinting, less light, but in that case,
I remember something you told me.
It was. So you do listen to some of the things I say.
I do sometimes.
Increasing the ISO.
I said D.
Makes the picture darker and more grainy. No, it makes the picture brighter and more grainy. So yeah, the more ISO you have, the brighter it goes, but then it starts getting more grainy. Depending on the camera is how far you can take it. So on my one, it's only set to the lowest number, which is 100, which apparently is practically the minimum. You haven't got 0. But I can go up to 32,000 apparently before it starts getting grainy. Stephen knows the answers to all these questions. He's a camera, video, audio buff.
I said B for this one.
Reduces blur and makes it darker. That is correct.
I know a little bit. That was only based on the fact that the shutter speed's going quicker, so there's less time for light to get in, so it must be darker. Nice. But also there's less time for light to get in, then if things are moving, then surely they won't be as blurry. Was the only thing that I could think through my head logically.
Nice. That sounds good. Good explanation. What makes the camera click in a DSLR? What did people put? Andrew, what did you put?
I put mirror C
Yeah, it is
only
mirror.
because about mirror stuff momentarily.
Yeah, damn it. Um,
This one away, I think, because I'm pretty sure the answer is a speaker.
Stephen the button. And this one, this one you can turn off with the speaker because there's no mirror to click. So in the mirrorless camera, so the speaker goes click. And hopefully, I probably got 9 out of 10. I think I bodged up one. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Everyone got 4 wrong.
There we go.
Okay, next round. Andrew's round.
Oh god, I can't remember these. Hang on. Right, so this one, annoyingly, and this is something I realised when I was doing these, was we haven't got a way of actually showing a video clip or something else for these. So we need to add a feature that is a what's next question type, which feels over the top to do that. But what actually happens is the old boy goes to lean on the bar, he misses, and he falls flat on the floor next to him. It says actually C, he falls through the bar.
I remember watching this as a kid. That's why. For some reason, I remember that. I don't remember anything else about any of the series, but I remember that.
It stuck in my mind for some reason.
I'll let you drive, by the way.
That's cool. Yes, absolutely. Very cool about doing it. In this one, so there's a few different phases that go on through the fight, but the first thing that happens is that Dooku starts throwing the little cylinders that are on the wall at Yoda using his force push or pull skills. They then have a little lightning fight, so it then goes to B. And then it goes to C, where they have a little lightsaber fight, and then I'm pretty sure Dooku runs away off to his ship. I didn't actually finish watching enough of the scene.
Isn't that where also the other two come in and he throws some big pillar thing on them and Yoda catches it with the Force and then it's when he runs off.
Yeah. So the answer was A, throwing stuff at Yoda. Should be a clip. Yeah, I think we need to add some sort of video capability. We can show a little video, but it would also be good to have some kind of button that we can press that would play the next part or something. I don't know. So I know the Star Wars, they weren't very good, but hey, I was trying to figure out and make stuff up quickly, and it did take me like 2 hours to come up with some what's next things. It was awful. I don't know why I ever thought let's do a what's next round. Never going to do it again, or I don't plan to. Right, in this one, I'd love to know what everyone said, but what actually happens, again, I haven't got the clip.
Oh, where's the clip, Andrew? We need to bring it up.
Backfires at her and she gets it straight in her face. So
really? Okay, let me see. Let me try and Google it.
Snap, or they're going to launch her forward, but actually, no. The watermelon just backfires. So basically, as she launches it, it doesn't go anywhere. It kind of flips off and hits her in the face.
Oh, here we go. I found it. I have. Okay. How long is the clip? Okay, here we go.
It's the 10-minute version.
No, it's just a minute.
That's right, yeah.
There's no sound, so we won't get, effect. Doesn't look like quite fun, though. Oh, you're not hitting people?
I don't know how far you have to go through to find it. Here we go.
Is it this one? Okay, come on.
It might be this bit.
It's going to hurt. Oh, it actually broke on her head.
I know, it looks quite nasty.
That's so painful. Oh my word, they're putting it on repeat, but it's quite funny.
It was a crazy number of views.
Oh my word. Oh, she's still alive. That's good. She didn't break her nose or teeth or anything.
A bit of LARPing. I know Mike's not here, but he's very big on his LARPing. I'm sure a few others here are, so I thought that was the only tie-in to something being slightly geeky.
Wow.
But yeah, that looks painful. Imagine smashing a watermelon into your head. Ask Sarah to throw one at you later. I'm sure she'll do it quite gladly.
Probably. The only right answer I got. Nice. Have you seen the clip before?
Okay, right, what's next? Transformers. In this case, Bumblebee opens a car door. hits a door on the car next to him, which I think was a VW Golf or something. Yeah, nothing too special, but it's enough to just be distracting and obviously make the dad look around and go, "Oh, what was that?" Again, missing the video clips. It really would be helpful to have little video clips on here, Eddie. Where's that feature?
Yeah, it's in the pipeline, in the making. It's on the backlog. Actually, it's not on the backlog.
In this one, Sheldon's a little bit angry with Leonard. So what actually happens is he hits, rather than sort of what most people do, like slap them around the back of the head or something, he just hits him on the shoulder with a really pathetic kind of almost tap on the shoulder. So the answer was B. You can sort of tell from Sheldon's angryish looking face, which is why I was saying have a look at the expressions on the face. It might help give it away. As I said, this one is Triple X, and it's not a driverless car. He's actually in the car. He's not recording a TV show. It's more kind of a, I'm not sure what you call it, but sort of an underground. They're trying to kind of have a go at politicians and all the rest of it for not looking after people, and so it's not really a TV show. But I thought I'd throw that in there just to be something similar that might throw people off. But the actual thing that happens is they drive the car off the side of a bridge and he kind of parachutes out of it and all the rest. Okay, so the answer was B. It's not how they filmed the Truman Show. No, they should have filmed the Truman Show like this. That would have been a good one.
That's very good.
In this one, I'm not even sure why I picked this clip. I think I was searching around for what's next clips, and this one happened to pop up.
I'm not going to be able to find this one. It's not unique enough.
Those sport fanatics that might want to guess. But what actually happens is he does score a goal, but the referee blows the whistle before the goal goes in, so it gets discounted. So the answer is actually D. I have no idea if anyone knows the football game at all, but it was just a random what could happen in this clip. Yeah, it's probably a bit of a difficult one, that one.
I can't find it on YouTube. I'm having a look.
What, the footballer? Which one are you trying to find?
This football one.
Okay.
That's fine.
This was one I actually just found a bit more randomly than that, as I was starting to drag the barrel going, what else can I do for what's next clip I might have a chance at? And then I thought, this one's completely random. Yeah, someone they are covering that Coca-Cola sign. It's got a little camera there as well. Maybe it was Eddie before he set up his that was the connection. It's actually Eddie in the background. You can't see very well. He was hiding himself with a longer beard.
That's when they hide behind the flag. This one right for sure.
And yes, the answer is B. There is actually a tiger in the room, but he's woken up so hungover he doesn't really know what's going on, so he goes straight to the urinal and then all of a sudden looks to the side. I think he starts sort of peeing all over the floor. So the floor becomes flooded as well in some respects, but the answer is actually B.
Goal by ref would be great, I think.
I thought it would have been much better if it hit a ref and felt better in the goal. That's what I thought. To run into the room, yeah, exactly. They've got to keep social distancing though when they run in. I also thought, what else could happen in a film like this? People could run into the room and taking drugs or something. I don't know. I was trying to make a few up.
What films do you watch, Andrew?
It was managed. Sorry?
What films do you watch?
I don't know. A lot of films like this tend to have some sort of link to. Well, I think there was drugs involved, right? That's how it all happened.
Yeah. I think
they got drugs, and then they ended up going on some wild bender in the night, and they lost someone. I won't spoil the ending in case anyone hasn't watched it. But Terminator, yeah, I had to kind of be a little bit cryptic, slightly in the answer, but yeah, effectively, a nuclear bomb goes off and everything explodes and burns in the film, and she's just sort of sat there watching. I think she's kind of. Is she watching a flashback, or I'm sure you know this better than me.
This comes up a few times in all the movies, but in Terminator 2, she's sitting at the bench and she's carved in "No fate" without realizing into the bench, and yeah, it is a flashback. Yeah. Dream, nightmare. Yeah, true.
They're both the same. Maybe she was hoping for it. Okay, yes, I should tick that one. I might have missed another one as well when we're going through it. In this one, effectively, he tries to sort of leap into the air, Superman style, and all that happens is he falls off the roof flat on his face on the ground. And he's about sort of 6 stories up, I think. But yeah, the answer's B. Really rubbish film. Don't watch it. It was a bit of a waste of time for what I did watch of it.
Did you watch all of it? You didn't even stop part the way in.
I thought I'd put this in there especially for Eddie because I know he always watches anything on Netflix that I say, I watched this thing. He doesn't ask, was it good or bad? He watches it and tells me, that was rubbish. Why did you mention it to me?
On that note, Andrew has just written a question. Not Andrew. Sarah's just written a question in the chat for you, Andrew. No Warrior Nun questions. Andrew made me watch this series called Warrior Nuns, and it started off okay.
Actually, I thought Warrior Nun was okay. I didn't know
it was okay. It started off okay. I think the ending was a bit disappointing.
Well, I think they were just trying to lead up to having another round of a follow-up, right?
But Sarah's right.
They build it up, and they kind of have a disappointing ending so that you might watch the next series when it comes around.
So next week, Andrew will have Warrior Nuns in at Sarah, so you won't be disappointed.
Sounds good. That's the end of the picture round. Right, you'll all be thankful for that. Eddie, take me through the Tesla round. Oh, hello. Where's it gone to the leaderboard?
For that round, right?
Oh, that's that round. Sorry, yeah. Go next round. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Tesla round. Let's see how well Andrew did. What was Tesla's first car? Oh my God, I don't remember. Can someone help me?
It was the Roadster.
It was the Roadster, I think.
The initial Roadster, even though the new Roadster isn't yet out. But it was the Roadster. I think that's one of the few ones I did get right.
I think this was 4.
3. I put 4 because I assume that's what you're going. So they have the S, the 3, the X, and the Y. But the Y, I thought they hadn't yet got it into the production lines. It might be in the production lines.
But what about the Cybertruck's in production, right?
No. That's still developed. You can,
really?
Again, you can pre-order it, but I don't think they're even starting production on that for another 2 years. The Y, I think, might be in production now.
It must be the Y then, because it was definitely in production. I'm pretty sure.
None on the road. You couldn't test drive one or anything else. There's none on the road. But yeah, it's sexy. They wanted to actually call it the Model E, but apparently E was trademarked by Ford or something. So they ended up calling it the 3.
Apparently the Y is available in the US.
Oh, is it available in the US? Okay.
So that's why it's 4, I guess.
Yeah, okay. 4 model. Yeah, I thought it was Ford, yeah.
The cheapest Tesla, Andrew?
The cheapest, well, it should be the Model Y when it comes out in the UK. Currently, it's the Model 3 otherwise.
I think it's the Model 3 is what?
High 30s, but I thought the Model Y, they were targeting to try and bring that down to the high 20s, low 30s.
And then the starting price of the Model 3?
Well, I'm pretty sure in the UK, it's about 36 to 38,000. So I assume in the US, it must be 41.
I think it's 35.
Maybe, I've got a feeling the US might get it cheaper because
they get everything cheaper.
So, yeah, I went higher just based on the UK price, but
yeah,
I have no idea.
Apple stuff is so much cheaper in America.
Yeah, so it wouldn't surprise me if it was slightly cheaper instead.
What is the price of the most expensive Tesla as of 2019?
So I assume it's the production of the Model S is what you were going for, not
I can't remember.
Because the new Roadster, I think, would put you up to that top bracket of 230.
I think it was around 200.
Okay, so you're probably looking at the Roadster because the Model S, I'm pretty sure you couldn't. 130 is probably on the high side for it. I thought because in the UK it's about 115, I think, thousand for the top, everything maxed out on the Model S. But yeah, it might be that it's the Roadster or something. Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. The Model X, I think, is a bit more expensive. You're right. Sorry, Lee. I always forget the Model X has a slightly higher top end. But yeah, even then, it's not much different to the Model S. Only like 5 or 10K more, yeah.
So definitely buy 2.
No, it's not the base. The base for the Model X is about 90, I thought. 2.3 I went for in the end.
I think I know it's 2.3 as well.
At one point it was 2.3, so I put 2.3 down, but I'm sure it's now 1.8.
Yeah, maybe the newer ones. I guess this is probably from last year or something. I don't remember.
0. Must be 0.
Oh, single tank of gas. Yeah, that's the next one I'm thinking about.
So this one confused me as well. So I think they're touting the Roadster will have a max range of 600 when they get the new, I think it's 200 watt batteries out. 200 kilowatt battery. But I thought at the moment it's more like 360, 370.
Yeah,
It might be
300-ish makes sense, but I think on my research, it was around 600, which, thinking about it, is a bit weird.
Roadster, when the new Roadster comes, well, when I say comes out, they're hoping to reach a 200 kilowatt capacity, I think, which they then said will be capable of having 600 miles. But they were saying that even when the Roadster first comes out, it won't be that. It'll be more like 400. So, yeah, I think it's where you've done your research from, perhaps, because, yeah, I did go 600.
But what happens if it had not just one AA battery? It might have had two AA batteries. You get twice the distance.
That's what they're doing. 100 kilowatt is what you have right now, and they want to take it to 200. So they're just going to put two big batteries in there.
Exactly. Remove the seats, remove the boot. Like, you've got two boots, right, front and back, because there's no engine. So just in one of the boots, just stick an extra battery in there. Be fine.
Perfect. 200 kilowatt solved. 686. D battery. Those D cells. I mean, yeah. Not many things use them.
Who founded Tesla? Come on, Andrew. Which one did you put?
Well, it's got to be good old Elon. Well, good old Elon. I don't know about how good.
It wasn't. It was these two.
Oh, was it?
Elon bought Tesla.
Fair enough.
And he made it what it is today, but he didn't found it.
Sounds about right.
How many parts need changing in a Tesla of regular use? I think it's 4. I think it's like tires, brake pads, windscreen wipers,
brake fluid. Oh, windscreen wipers. Okay.
No, there's no brake fluid. I think it's motorized.
They said you used to have brake fluid that you had to be done. When I went and asked them, so one of the things I asked when I did go for my test drive
to buy it. See, Andrew did buy one.
About the servicing of them, and they did say Elon states that you don't need to ever service a Tesla. Doesn't break any warranties or anything. You don't have to take it to service it, and it will still be in warranty. But there are a couple of maintenance things you should do, which are changing the air filters, changing the brake fluid, changing the tires. I think that was kind of the only things they listed off. But yeah, obviously you're right. Washer, window screen wipers would need to be done. And brake pads, I'm sure, will need to be done. So maybe it comes up to 6 actually once you get there. But
it might be 6. I'm pretty sure it's 4. I remember being really stupidly low, but it might be 6. I think it's 4. We'll see. We'll see in a second. If I get this wrong, question 10 out of 11, and it was 6. What is the world record distance reached in a Tesla beating the specs? I want to say 670 again. I can't remember. I think it was 70 miles more than what the other question, if it was 600, which I think it is. And they did it by turning everything off on the electrics. So there was no screen, no air conditioning, no nothing. It was literally just all focused on the engine. Let's find out. Let's end the round and have a look. Eddie's got them all wrong. Oh, I got 2 wrong. But we knew about one of them, right? What was that last one? What was number 10?
10 was the how many things you have to change. It must have been 6 then.
It must have been
4.
6 things then, yeah, not 4. And then question 6 was, I think we knew I got that one right. We said that at the time. There was 1. I didn't do too bad for a quiz that I made. Should we end the quiz and see how everyone did overall, ignoring Andrew and me, because obviously we should know the answers.
Do this. Should is a very operative word there.
Okay, ignoring Andrew and me. Tom and Lee have won again. They always win. All right, we need to find a topic that they're not good at. Wow.
I don't know. We'll have to have a look through some of the past quizzes and see which questions they got wrong.
And make a round of all the questions they've got wrong so you can get them wrong again.
1960s disco music, perhaps? How about that? Submarines? How much do they know about submarines?
So 946, 757. So everyone did better in the... Well, the majority of people seem to do better in the first round than the last round. Andrew's round was quite hard.
I don't know. I wouldn't say hard. It was more getting the kind of answers you might get between kind of 5 and 8 people were scoring, which is good.
I listened to Lee ramble about cameras and EV a lot. What's EV?
That's the only reason. That's the only reason I probably got 6 on that round. I listened to Eddie ramble about them a lot. But there are certain questions he put in there that he doesn't talk to me about. So those are the
Well,
ones
I
I didn't
do.
get.
Those are the ones you don't listen to me about.
Oh, sorry.
Right. I'm not down with the lingo. But well done, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed the round. We do have, like I said, next week or soon from Lael doing a Kotlin round. So I know those .NET developers will be really excited. They'll be able to see what they're missing out because obviously JVM is pretty awesome. And so yes, that'll be good. So we will come back to some software development rounds as well and some coding ones. Awesome. Kotlin soon. Nice. Well, everyone, have a great weekend. I hope you enjoyed the quiz as much as we did. And we were aiming for an hour, and we've approached an hour and a half. Andrew's fault. We're talking too much about Teslas and cars. And his
Weird
Porsche.
ramble. Not too bad.
But thank you all so much for joining.
Thank you very much. Hopefully you all enjoyed yourselves. And yeah, next week, back, same time. Unless something crazy happened like last week. So apologies for last week.
Yeah, that was Andrew's fault, not mine. I think a few weeks before that was my fault. Awesome. I put up the holding page.
You're welcome.
Here we go. Bye, everyone.